Hey everybody, HMV here. Playing some Kerbal Space Program, and we are taking a break from the Grand Tour. I just don't have the time to do it right now. But I'm going to do a quick little challenge here. This is the cheapest way to get a Kerbal to a space station challenge. That's the name of it. The idea is to build the cheapest possible rocket you can. And by cheapest, it's this cost right here. And if you land anything back on the surface and recover it, that doesn't count. So SSTOs are basically out of this challenge, which makes it my kind of challenge because I personally hate SSTOs. I like them, I just don't like making them. So this little 8-part craft is very simple. It's got a nose cone on top. It's got a command pod, the lightest and one of the cheapest command pods. It's also got a hammer, a decoupler, a back, and 3 basic fins. And of course, it's got 9 parts because we've got the launch stability enhancer, propping it up at a very slight angle, about 2.5 degrees. So we're going to launch this thing and see how it works. I do not know why the game decided to zoom me in right there, but anyway, I have Kerbal Engineer and HyperEdit and Gravity Turn and all these mods installed, but I'm not going to use any of them because I'm going to do this basically in stock. And it's a basically very simple, all you have to do is hit the spacebar. Notice we were at about a 2.5 degree angle if you looked at the nav ball here. But now this thing's going to rocket its way up. I found that if I time warp during the first stage here, it does not like it. Basically, while I'm burning, I can't be time warping. I don't know if that's a 1.1.2 thing or what, but I know I've been able to time warp in the past with these kind of rockets, and they do just fine. So I think it's probably the game. But anyway, as this thing burns up, the apoapsis is going to get up to about 35-40 kilometers, and then the back is going to run out. Now, normally you would, at that point, kick it off and start the hammer. However, if we do that, the hammer is going to it's going to flip around because this is going to be back heavy. So we need to wait until we're up a little bit higher in the air, and basically we want to be at about a 35-degree heading. Vertically over the horizon. So now I'm going to time warp here till we get to 35 or so. I'm going to go back into map mode because this is where we need to watch the apoapsis. And I'm going to hit the space bar. Oh, that's right. I can't do this. I'm going to hit the space bar. Now we want to make sure... Oh, I need to have my computer on too, probably. We need to make sure we get as much horizontal speed as we can as we ascend here, because we need this launch to be fairly efficient. We also don't want to gain too much on our apoapsis, but it's okay to gain a little bit because we're going to lose a lot as we're rising through the atmosphere here now. Now, the goal of the challenge, I should say, is to get your ship into a 150 by 150 orbit. I'm a little bit higher than 150, but that's fine. I can lower that. You know, someone could argue that makes it harder, and therefore you can count that. But I'm going to count it. I have to be at 150 point something kilometers on both my periapsis and my apoapsis. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop Val out of the cockpit because the challenge does not say anything about having to. The challenge doesn't say anything about having to. What's the word for it? Get the ship up into that orbit. It just has the Kerbal who has to be in that orbit. So let's get Val about here. Let's go ahead and turn her jetpack on, which actually it is. Let's go into orbital mode so that as we rise up, we don't get a weird camera shift. Now we need to aim her prograde and then just burn. And we are raising her periapsis now by burning straight forward on the nav ball. And why is she... That was weird. She was going off center for some reason, but oh well. I'm not going to complain too much. But we're going to burn our periapsis up to 150. And then we're going to time warp to that and burn our apoapsis down to 150. And then we'll see what our total fuel left is. And I'm going to consider that my score. I don't know if... I don't know what your score would be in this challenge, but that's what I'm going to figure the score is. Is how much fuel you have left in your pack and how much the ship cost. Okay, we have to reorient Val, so she's aiming prograde. So I'm just turning the camera so that she shows up on the nav ball the way we would expect. Now we need to burn our apoapsis down without burning our periapsis up too much. Yeah, I don't know why. That is just weird. There's something going on with the nav ball here in map mode. What are you doing, Val? Okay, so I guess we got to do it like this. This is kind of annoying. Of course, I did not have this problem ever when I was testing this. But that's what you get for playing a beta. Oh, wait, it's not a beta. Oh, and I'm burning prograde. That's cute. Okay, let's burn retrograde. There we go. It's letting me go into map mode now. I'm burning sideways to get my periapsis near me again, and then retrograde again. And sideways again. There we go, 149. 150 by 150. There we go. Finally did it. 2.71, and I wasted a lot of fuel screwing around with the game. But what are you going to do? That's Kerbal Space Program. And I win. So there you go. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed doing it. I'm HMV, and I will, as always, talk at you later.